Okay, so let's talk about one of the dumbest things I have ever done. Last week, I posted a sponsored video on Instagram and TikTok for a tech company called World and its product, the Orb.
So this is a bit of a different video for me. This tech company World paid me to come to their keynote in San Francisco so they could show me their new product.
This iris scanning orb, we should look more into that. What was this thing?
Apparently this project is kind of mysterious. It's been confusing the public.
He's saying that he's not here to promote it, but it's like, okay, you're a famous celebrity and you're giving attention to a product. You better be like very, very critical and ask the right questions, because otherwise you're just putting eyes on it.
Okay, I'm back in LA. My Orb venture is over. Final thoughts. I've been playing around with the World app. There is so much you can do with this app if you are into crypto. I am not into crypto. If you are, you might want to check it out.
Based on what she presented, yeah, this is just like straight promo.
You know, sometimes even our own actions can be a mystery to ourselves.
No, you did it for the money, bro. What are you talking? I don't know why I did it. I don't know what I was thinking. You did it for the money, dude. You're a bitch. Adam Conover, if you know who that is. Remember this guy? Adam Conover from Adam Ruins Everything. He used to have a show. I was trying to remember the details on the show. I was looking into it a little bit before I went live, because I know the guy had a show called Adam Ruins Everything, and I know it was like, I enjoyed it at the time. I don't know. I wanted to almost be critical of it, but I don't even remember really what the show. I know the show was about like disproving common inaccurate beliefs. It was very contrarian. I definitely enjoyed it as a kid. I don't know how well it would hold up now that I'm approaching 30, the age where you acquire empathy. But at the time I enjoyed it. I know since then he's been in a couple dramas. He's gotten like somewhat political, or it had some like cultural war takes. I don't know what you would even call it. I try to stay away from that shit. I really don't. I don't care very much. None of that shit really affects my day to day. But this was interesting to me. So he posts a video, why I became a crypto shill. Now I haven't really watched this yet, but what does he say? Why taking the World gig? So World is like a crypto company. It's some type of crypto company would be the best I could explain it. It's ran by Sam Altman. I know that CoffeeZilla's talked about Sam Altman a little bit, which is probably not a good thing. I'd have to assume that if I'm remembering Sam Altman from Pyro CoffeeZilla videos, he's probably no good. He's probably up to some misdeeds. And it looks like my first impressions were like, oh, this guy went over, did some crypto promo. So I'm looking into it then. I'm going to look into it deeper now that we're live. But I wanted to kind of just get a gist, an idea of what happened here, because first things first, I am definitely more forgiving with crypto. You know, I'm not even going to say than most people. The people that are like really loud and scream a lot online and cry, I'm definitely more forgiving than the loud minority of people when it comes to crypto. I don't really like crypto. I also don't really take any time to understand crypto. It seems like historically Bitcoin has been like a pretty good thing to invest in, but I don't know. There's obvious scams out there, right? There's obvious scams going on through crypto because the layman doesn't understand it. They hear about Bitcoin, they think they're gonna make $1 million. A good example of a bad crypto would have been the Hawk Tuah coin. That was a disaster. And then this isn't a very popular opinion to have, but a good example of like a crypto rug pull thing about whatever you want to call it would be when Boogie 2988 promoted crypto, where he literally was like, hey, if you want to lose all your money and be a loser like me, buy this crypto. And then people still shat all over him. Not to defend Boogie, that is not what I did, in case you haven't turned your brain on yet while watching this. Not defending Boogie 2988, but I could summarize my opinion on that whole thing with, like, at the time, that was right before the cancer. Everyone outed this Boogie guy for getting outed for faking cancer. It's like, the worst thing Boogie 2988 ever did was promote crypto. And my response is, really, I thought it was lying about having cancer for 3 years, which those two things are separate issues. But yeah, I don't know. I unironically, as much of a piece of shitty as I think Boogie 2988's approach to promoting crypto is like completely ethical. Like, just literally, you will lose money if you invest in this and be a loser. And then people are still like, he's promoting crypto. It's like, yeah, if you bought it after that, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, so I was trying to look into what happened here with Adam Friedlander. That's not his name. Adam Conover. Who is Adam Friedlander? I don't even know who that is. And I found it. Okay, that these are the only two things I was able to find quick that seem to provide any context as to what actually happened here. So I'm going to go over this article by Crypto News, which will obviously probably, I would assume, be pretty pro-crypto in its approach to approaching this topic, just an article. And then this Rebecca Watson person who seems to be not okay with crypto, just from going over her backlog. I mean, she definitely just based on titles and thumbnails holds some opinions about certain things that I would completely disagree with. So that probably makes her a pretty good person for me to get some information from, just because you might hear two different types of opinions. So anyway, we have here on crypto.news. Crypto.news. Oh, I'm sure this is going to be great. What is it? I read over it. I skimmed it, but I'll skim over it again with you guys. So basically, Adam Conover posted an Instagram reel on his Instagram that was cross-posted to he was registering for a World ID. This World company is like related to this crypto product that Adam Conover was at, or this event Adam Conover was at. Sam Altman-backed crypto project. Yeah, Sam Altman, there's that name again. So in a 3-minute long video jointly posted on the World official account, Adam Conover explained to the viewer that he was paid by World Project to come to a keynote event they were hosting in San Francisco. He claims that he was there to ask questions about the product, not to endorse it. So again, this is coming from crypto.news. I'm sure that this is like very pro the crypto side of the argument, but if we can't find contrary evidence that that's all that he did or was supposed to do, I can't really find an issue with that. You know, to some people, it's like you're not even allowed to talk about crypto in any way other than negative, in a negative way. You can't even be objectively critical because crypto is such a diabolical evil that you just have to pick you have to pick the right narrative, which is that it's bad and it's always bad and you shouldn't even talk about it unless you're going to berate it. Which I don't personally believe that. That's not how I feel about these things. Remember when crypto and NFTs was going to destroy the world because of the power of the power the blockchain was consuming? Like remember when that was a thing for like 2 months? Yeah, you don't hear much about that anymore because it was stupid. Anyway. So they do not want me to endorse it. They just want me to ask questions about it, skeptical questions, and let you make your own mind about it. Hopefully help you understand what the hell it does, said Conover in the video. That's pretty reasonable. I don't see the problem with that. That's pretty much what he did on his show. That's like what he's known for, right? He goes into things and, you know, usually it's very contradictory information, but he goes into things and he like examines them and he tries to dispel commonly believed misconceptions, which is not allowed with crypto. That's not allowed with, I don't know what exactly happened, but if this is what he did, I would still expect him to get massive amounts of hate because you're not allowed to be objective with evil things like crypto. You have to always be negatively critical, no matter what. You can't just go ask questions and have like a genuine conversation about it. You got to just be a prick about it the whole time, or else you're evil. So throughout the video, he's seen interacting with Project's iris scanning orb. So this is iris scanning orb, a representative. This is like a product. I found it on the Instagram. I don't know what it does. It's like this thing. I should have left it up. It looked like a phone, and it had like 2 big lenses in the front of it, and it did something, and it was in relation to crypto. So he was interacting with the Project's iris scanning orb, and a representative asking questions about the project and the reason why it was paying people $41 in World Token to register themselves to the app. That's creepy. This iris scanning orb, we should look more into that. What was this thing? Well, we should be able to find out about it through Adam's coverage, right? If he did a good job. That's pretty creepy, right? There's a scanning orb that scans your irises and a company's paying you money. I mean, that's just creepy. If you did, that's just fucking weird, dude. There is so much you can do with this app if you're not into crypto. I'm not into crypto. If you are, you might want to check it out. I mean, fair enough, but you would expect him to be a little bit more critical than that. No. If this is all he said, this is very like, you're checking it out. You are the one checking out. There is so much you can do with this app if you're into crypto. I am not into crypto. If you are, you might want to check it out. Well, you're supposed to be there asking questions about this. What do you mean? You might want to check it out. I'm checking it out. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Adam. You're supposed to be checking it out. So that's pretty bad. If that's like really all you had to say about it, then yeah, like you at that point you're just doing promo. At that point, you're literally just doing promo. You're not critically looking at this crypto project. You're not critically looking at this crypto product. And then you're just telling everyone watching that you should check it out if you're interested. That's literally just promo. You're not being critical at all. So that's bad. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you gonna... Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to get yourself orbed or not? It's entirely up to you. If that... So that really was the full extent of his coverage, and that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So anyway, I found this video, and the reason I'm watching this video is because it's the only coverage I was able to find over this incident where we actually like get the actual videos that were posted where Adam was at this event, supposed to be asking questions. And I do feel the need to just point out, if I didn't already do it well enough, like I personally definitely don't agree, and I'm just skimming, and I'm not saying that I don't agree with her on everything, but like there are red flags here just from skimming over her account. I'm sure that me and this woman would disagree on a few things, but that might be a good thing. That might make it better to react to, as long as she's going to be honest in her coverage, because, you know, instead of whoever's watching just getting one side of an argument, you're getting her, someone who just based on her account, I would assume to be very, 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 very anti-crypto, anti-blockchain, all that shit. And then you have me, who I'm much less critical of these things than I would expect her to be. So I already downvoted it, which I didn't mean to do. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to watch her coverage of this, and then hopefully she definitely provided some information here that I think is going to be valuable, and I wasn't able to find much about this anywhere else, so let's check it out.
Hey, remember Adam Ruins Everything? It was that show starring Adam Conover. Personally, I never actually watched it because I'm bigoted against this entire look, like all of it, the hair, the smirk. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It just awakens some ancient survival instinct in my lizard brain. But I still appreciated that the show existed, because the concept...
I feel bad when I'm quiet for too long when I'm reacting to a video. I gotta react harder. I gotta make it mine. I gotta transform the content. But she's just doing an intro. What do you want me to do?
This man, Adam, debunks a different commonly held belief each episode, which is obviously something.
I think that's a fair assessment based on what I can remember. It was so long ago. Adam ruins summer fun. Adam reveals that summer vacation inhibits learning. Oh, fuck you, dude. You're gonna get rid of summer vacation? Eat shit, bro. What is this? Adam ruins sex. Adam... Oh, this is a descriptor. What is this? I'm an idiot. I can't even read that. Adam eloquates, yeah, that circumcision is common in the United States due to fear of masturbation. I remember this episode. That herpes is not as scary as media makes it seem, and how most people do not truly understand the hymen. I think that was a good one. But yeah, so this is the gist of what he was all about, which I think would make him a good person to review anything. I don't know, like you'd expect him to be reviewing crypto and presenting you with like facts and logic about like what you're watching, like about crypto. That's his brand, right? Dispelling things. Anyway, so far so good. I can't find anything wrong with what she's saying.
That I appreciate. Various episodes explained how vitamin supplements aren't necessarily good for you, that Christopher Columbus was a genocidal asshole, and how broken America's immigration system is, which are all things that I have discussed.
Adam ruins immigration. Adam eloquates to a Mexican-American student and her grandmother over how increasing national border security does not deter illegal immigration, how the immigration courts are severely broken, and explores America's history with mass deportation. What is this? This is like, Adam's like a hard, like lefty. I think he'd be like for open borders. But what is this? The whole point was to increasing national border security does not deter illegal immigration. Oh no, that would be like open border. Yeah, that would be like pro open border. Okay.
On
Cool,
this very channel, which, makes me think that maybe I should reconsider my innate bias against white men with abnormally tall hair. After all, I met Conan O'Brien once and he was absolutely delightful. So, Adam Ruins Everything ended in 2019. Let's check out social media and see what Adam Conover is up to today.
So this is a bit of a different video.
Here we go. So this is him at the convention. This is what I want to see. But
So this is a bit of a different video for me. This tech company World paid me to come to their keynote in San Francisco so they could...
All right, the first problem is like the whole thing about Adam Conover is he's supposed to be looking at everything through a critical lens, pointing out things. And obviously, when you take money to go to this thing, there's obviously already the potential for like an inherent bias. You're being paid by these people to review their product, and you are disclosing that, which is better than not disclosing that. But that still like presents like, I don't know. I don't think that's good. I think if you want to be a reporter, you can't just be taking money from people to go review products. I think that's probably bad. Probably shouldn't have done that.
could show me their new product. Apparently this product is kind of mysterious. It's been confusing the public, so they...
That just sounds like you're reading what they told you to say. It sounds like he's reading a script. Apparently this product is mysterious. It's been confusing the public. Like, dude, you really thought of it on your own? No, you didn't. No. This is not good. This is not good. Not good. This is bad.
They do not want me to endorse it. They just want me to ask questions about it, skeptical questions, and let you make up your own mind about it and hopefully help you understand what the hell it does. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to check out World's new product, the Orb.
Holy shit, he's going to debunk crypto scams directly to the scammers' faces.
Well, that's not what he said. See, that's the whole problem I have with her. I think I'm going to have with her is because like, it's just inherently, everything with crypto is inherently a scam. Like, no, like you can critique his journalistic integrity if you want, that he's taking money to go review this product, even though he's disclosing that he's being paid. That still is problematic in my opinion. And then it's like, this, the way he's wording things is like very promotional. He's saying that he's not here to promote it, but it's like, okay, you're a famous celebrity and you're giving attention to a product. You better be like very, very critical and ask the right questions, because otherwise you're just putting eyes on it. Otherwise you're just putting eyes on this product. That is an issue, to be fair. But for her immediately after that first clip to be like, holy shit, Adam Conover is confronting the crypto scammers right to their face. Well, no, now you're taking it too far. You ran a little too far with it.
New product, the Orb.
Holy shit, he's going to debunk crypto scams directly to the scammers' faces.
Yeah, we don't even know if this is a scam yet, dude. Like, to be fair, I understand why you might think that, but like, that's not.
While he takes their money, this is incredible. Let's see him hammer them.
Everything with crypto is a scam. My friends who put like $100 into Bitcoin fucking 3 years ago, and they've had nothing but gains on that account. It's a scam. Like, a lot of it is like Hawk coin, scam. A lot of these like little shit coins, total scams. A lot of scamming. There's a lot of scamming that goes on in any big market. .com crash. You know, all this AI nonsense, anything that's like making a lot of money, like there's scams that come up around it. When Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, you know, like the shark card scams, like it doesn't make everything involved in that area a scam. I hate that. It's like before we even learn what this is, before you've even described what it is, before you've even explained what it is, it's like, well, it's crypto, so it's a scam. Like, no.
And with those skeptical questions of his.
So you guys don't save any of the credential, any of the cryptographic hash of my eye. It's just on my phone. I noticed that when I opened the app, there's a lot of crypto elements. And it said that once I verify myself on the Orb, it would give me like $41 in a crypto token. What is the intent of that? But Aren't you worried that when people open the app and it says verify yourself on the orb and we'll give you $41, that people's reaction will be, why do you want me to verify myself so bad? Like, why are you giving me money to do this? And a lot of people see crypto and they're just like, that's a scam. And when you're trying to...
Why is he not answering these questions? See, this is where I'm worried, because I'm not familiar with this Rebecca Watson person, but she's kind of controlling the narrative at this point, because I cannot find Adam Conover. What he did is he deleted all these videos from his TikTok. I cannot find the original interviews or the videos. This is the only thing I was able to find that even has them the archived, if you want to call it that. So is she cutting out the part where this guy's answering questions, or is this how the video was actually edited? Because if this is how the video was actually edited and published, it's bad if this guy doesn't answer anything. But like, why would that even be the case? I don't know. Adam, you probably shouldn't have deleted all the videos going over it, because now people like this are going to control your narrative. So, this is all I have to go off of. I'm just going to have to assume this is how the video was published. I don't know.
onboard a lot of people, it seems like that could be a barrier. Ian, thank you so much for explaining to me. I really appreciate it, man.
So at some point he explained shit. Did she cut that out, or was this how the video was posted? Because if she cut that out, she's intentionally editing this to suit the narrative that like we didn't learn anything, there wasn't enough of a conversation. But I don't know, because I can't find the original videos. Whatever. That's all that is.
Okay, I'm back in LA. My orb venture is over. Final thoughts. I've been playing around with the World app. There is so much you can do with this app if you are into crypto. I am not into crypto. If you are, you might want to check it out. They also say that in the future, you will be able to log into Tinder and...
This is straight promo. This is straight promo language.
Other
this is bad.
Services like that using World. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to get yourself orbed or not? It's entirely up to you.
Wow, such skepticism. Very hard-hitting journalism there. Okay, so he's genuinely taking money to promote something called The Orb. And he wants to know...
I wish I could find the original TikToks, because yeah, that's what it looks like. Based on what she presented, yeah, this is just like straight promo with like no, there's critical questions being asked, but then we didn't even hear the answers. I don't know whether she edited that or whether that was how it was originally posted. And then that little like ending there of like, I'm not really into crypto, but if you are, you should check it out. It's like that's what we're doing. We're watching High Bagel. We're watching you look into it. We're looking into it through you. And you're just like, you just promote it. You weren't critical about this product at all. You weren't critical about the crypto at all. Like based on the videos that I was able to see here, which Adam, you deleted all the originals, so I can't even confirm whether this is being edited to make you look bad or not. But honestly, even if he was answering your questions well, and you left that in the video, this ending is like just pure. This is pure promo language. This is what do you mean? You're supposed to be getting the info, brother.
Okay, I'm back in LA. My orb venture is over. Final thoughts. I've been playing around with the World app. There is so much you can do with this app if you are into crypto.
There's so much you can do with this app if you're into crypto. Is it good? Is it bad? It just sounds like you're trying to sell it on me, bro.
I am not into crypto.
I cannot blame people for saying that you're promoting this uncritically. That's what it looks like here.
You are, you might want to check it out. They also say that in the future, you will be able to log into Tinder and other services like that using World. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to get yourself orbed or not? It's entirely up to you.
Wow, such skepticism. Very hard-hitting journalism there. Okay, so
I would love to find those original TikToks. I'm moving on, but it almost, I think I've seen him. Is he a comedian? He used to run the show Adam Ruins Everything. Used to be on a really, really popular television show. But yeah, man, I would love to see the original TikToks. I find it like unbelievable that this would be actually how it was posted. Just him rapid firing questions, never getting an answer, and then shaking the guy's hand and moving on. I almost feel like there's a strong possibility that she edited these TikToks to make them worse than they actually were. But unfortunately, Adam Conover, in his overwhelming wisdom, he deleted all the original content, so I cannot confirm anything. She is in control of the narrative at this point, as far as I'm concerned, because Adam Conover deleted all the original content of him going over this product.
Going to get myself orbed. No, Adam, I'm not going to get myself orbed, because as fucking obviously dystopian as the orb from
Dude,
World,
literally, the crypto product that scans your fucking retinas and pays you $45 for your retina scan
sounds just from your video.
She's not totally off. She definitely has she has a point. Like, I'm not. I think I fundamentally disagree with her on a lot of shit around this topic, but I can't really argue with anything she's saying.
The reality is, it's actually way, way worse. But yes, even what you can learn.
Is she probably exaggerating some shit because of her own personal bias on this topic? Yes. Is she saying anything specifically wrong? No, not at all.
From that video is pretty obviously horrible. It's a machine that scans your eyeball and other biometric data in exchange for $41 in cryptocurrency, so that it can then use your biometric data to verify your identity to various corporations. And yes, they have called this machine the Orb, and their company, World. Well,
at least this makes you consent, because I for work go into a lot of like government buildings and stuff like that. And it's to the point now where, like, without my consent, these buildings, they scan my face as I walk in, and it will be like, welcome with my full legal name. And then then people will let me into the building. Like, cause the robot knows what, like, cause just from going to the building, they've like gotten my biometric data. These like companies, how fucked is this? Like, I don't really care, but how fucked is this? These companies, or government owned entities, I won't get too specific, they took my biometric data without my consent, which I don't really care about, but I should have a say in this, right? And that's how I get access to these buildings now, is like when I'm walking in, a camera gets my face and then knows who I am, and then they let me in the building. And so there's like some random company out there, these random companies out there that like work with these agencies and shit, that just have all of my like biometric data in a bank somewhere, a data bank somewhere, and I had no say in it. They just took it. They took it from me. like you could have at least paid me $45 for it, Shit. But I don't know, man. Privacy, man, scans your balls. Yeah, it scans my balls. It scans my eyeballs. But I don't know, like, it's very unfortunate. I don't agree with it, but like, privacy is like something that just like, it's gone. Like for you, this is not right. But we're to the point where, like, for you to function in society as like to any meaningful degree, like, privacy is something that you just have to like kiss out, like, goodbye. It's gone. Like, you could take measures to protect yourself, but overall, like, if I want to, like, what am I going to do? Tell them they're not allowed to do that, then I lose my job? It's like, that's everywhere. That's everywhere, man.
Oh, they're calling their company that now, but a few years ago, World was better known as WorldCoin. Oh, and before that, WorldCoin was actually the name of the product, not the company. The guy who helped create it was Sam Altman. Yeah, the OpenAI guy. And he envisioned it as a collectively owned global currency that would be given to everyone.
The only issue I have with OpenAI, for my small understanding of it, which, to be fair, is small, is I believe that Elon Musk gave them a bunch of money because it was supposed to be an open source large language model, because he was trying to prevent AI from being privatized, which people hate, and Elon tried to stop that. And then they took Elon's money to fulfill that project, and then they made it private. So that's pretty shitty.
Everyone on Earth, provided that they submit an iris scan. According to the founders, the scan was really important because that's the only way they would be able to know for sure that every single person gets their fair share of WorldCoin and no more. So how did they train the orbs to distinguish humans based on their irises? by exploiting people, of course. In 2022, MIT Technology Review conducted an in-depth investigation that found that WorldCoin had spent the previous years canvassing developing countries in Africa and Southeast Asia, offering the world's poorest people cryptocurrency in exchange for their eyeballs. A cryptocurrency that hadn't even launched yet, so nobody really knew how much it was going to be worth. And in some places, like Sudan, people didn't even have email addresses, so they had no idea what crypto even is. So WorldCoin operators bribed them with AirPods. And in Indonesia, they applied to teach a class on cryptocurrency to high school students, and then only taught them how to scan their irises and log into the WorldCoin app. The various forums and
I don't really care. I don't really care.
in countries.
Like, this actually seems. What am I missing here? Again, like, I don't like the infaltization of people. Like, these people are willingly giving up. Like, I don't like it. Okay, but if somebody like so what? Like, I'm supposed to be mad at this company because they went to like really poor areas of the world, and in exchange for biometric data that these people willingly agreed to give, they gave them fucking AirPods. Oh no, they ran an AirPod giveaway contest. Oh, that is yeah. Okay, no. I'm wrong. This is very, very fucking shady, scammy, snaky practices at play here. I don't like that at all. Yeah, no. I mean, you know, I really don't feel bad for people when they like willingly agree to something and then like afterwards like regret it, as long as the agreement wasn't under like some false pretense, which I don't believe this was. Like, when we go into like the $45, like that, like, I don't know, like giving $45 for your biometric data, you're aware of what you're doing, okay? But when we start getting like, what are they doing with this information? So they went to really poor areas, and then they did an AirPod giveaway contest to get 20,000 people to sign up for this, for like their biometric data. I mean, what are they doing with it? Okay, it seems snaky. It seems bad. I don't like it. Never mind.
So WorldCoin operators bribed them with AirPods.
And a lot of these people she even mentioned, like, they were so deprived that they didn't even have like email. So they obviously don't even know what they're signing up to. So you're like, for some reason, you're deciding you need to go to these people that don't even have email addresses and convince them that they need to do this thing so they can get some cryptocurrency. I don't like that.
And in Indonesia,
yeah, that would be a good way to describe it. Using people's ignorance, yeah, is also exploitation. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's exploitative. At some point, though, I do think that, like, again, I do think at some point you're responsible for yourself. Okay, like, I really like if you live in fucking America, okay, America, and you can go down to the library, get free internet access, and you're such a fucking dumbass that you like lose your money on Hawk to a coin, I kind of don't feel bad for you. That's kind of like somewhere in there's a line between you being exploited and you being a fucking idiot. And I don't feel bad for the idiots, but you could argue about where that line is, okay? But yeah, when you're going to a country where the people are so poor they don't even have email addresses, and you're convincing them to give them for whatever weird reason, you're convincing them to give you their biometric data in exchange for a fucking AirPod giveaway contest. Like, not even an AirPod. If they were giving away AirPods, I'd say based. I'd say, you know what? Whatever. Send it. But they're not even giving away the AirPods. They're entering these people to a contest where they get an AirPod, and if they don't have email addresses, how are they even claiming the AirPod, dude? Nah, this is snaky shit from this company. Absolutely. I'm sorry.
they
And I'm definitely less critical of crypto than most people who whine about it. But even I'm like, yeah, this is weird, bro.
Applied to teach a class on cryptocurrency to high school students and then only taught them how to scan their irises and log into the WorldCoin.
Yeah, dude. Then they just it's from the way this is set. Then they like pretended like they were teaching high school students a class, and all it was them not stealing. All it was them taking their biometric data. What are they doing with all these what are they doing with all the biometric data? What are they doing, dude?
App. The various forms and privacy agreements that WorldCoin
If I knew what they were doing with it and it was like reasonable, I wouldn't even be as mad. But it's like this creepy private corporate company going around the world to scan people's eyeballs, dude. It's weird.
These people sign were often written in a language that they could not read. But WorldCoin did promise they would eventually delete this biometric data that they collected, which also included 3D body scans and other data, once they finished training their orbs. But security experts were skeptical that the company would keep their privacy promises and even that they could keep them.
I hate to pause in the middle of her talking, but that's bullshit right there. Saying we deleted the scans, yeah, but you save the hashes produced by the scans hashes that much. So him saying that eventually they'll delete the scan data means nothing. This statement right here, because obviously this is creepy and was creeping people out. This statement of, where was it? She said it specifically. We will delete all the biometric data we have collected during field testing once our algorithms are fully trained. Okay, so when's that? When's that? If you give me $100 and I say eventually when I have all of my things taken care of, I will give you your $100 back. What did I actually say? I said nothing. You know when I'm done? How about this? I'm done fully training my AI model when I'm dead. Like this is nothing, dude. This is not good.
But security experts were skeptical that the company would keep their privacy promises and even that they could keep them. It turns out those experts were right to be skeptical because a year after the MIT Technology Review investigation came out, WorldCoin got hacked. Several orb operators had all of their credentials stolen and posted on the dark web, giving anyone access to the full world.
Okay, all right, but to be fair, okay, so this, I don't know, I got to be a little critical here. How is it WorldCoin's fault that they got hacked? That's just, this is kind of, just a little bit, just got to throw that in there. That's like, okay. Like, so it's like, I don't like, that flowed bad. All of this shit is bad. And the biometric data collecting is weird and creepy, and they're being very vague about what they're going to do with it, which is weird and creepy. But the crescendo was, and then they got hacked. Like, okay, so like, whoa. Like, this is the problem with these people, man. They like, I don't know. That this is just a non-point, and I just felt the need to point it out. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. I don't feel the need to go any further with it, but this is a non-point. This was stupid.
WorldCoin got hacked. Several orb operators had all of their credentials stolen and posted on the dark web, giving anyone access to the full WorldCoin dashboard because it didn't even require two-factor authentication. MIT Technology Review.
Well, you can criticize them for not having enough security. That's fair enough, but it's like, I don't know, presenting like they got hacked is like another strike on them. I don't know. Be critical of the security they had in place, I suppose. But I don't know how that adds to the creepiness and the weirdness of them collecting the data in the first place. Like,
also noted that WorldCoin was doing scans around Europe, which was going to lead to a lot of issues due to the EU's strong privacy laws. Sure enough, as of last year, at least 14 countries on 3 continents were investigating WorldCoin for ethical violations like signing up children, as they did not only in that Indonesian high school, but also in Portugal, whose government joined every other EU country besides Germany in banning the company. So here we are a year later.
Yeah, so the point is this company is like super creepy, weird. They have a long track history of being like just weird and creepy. And like, obviously this person probably hates Elon Musk, so she could never like say anything positive about him ever in a million years. But like the biggest example of this Sam Altman guy, she says that he is like a founder involved immensely and meaningfully in OpenAI. The big thing like that I didn't like about OpenAI is the whole point was like they collected money, like donations from people under the under the pretense that they were going to be an open source large language model for AI. and then they just took everyone's money to accomplish that goal and then made it private. You know, like Elon Musk in particular. So like obviously like this guy in charge of the company, this guy, the company has, the Sam Altman guy has like a history of like being like untrustworthy. And then the crypto company, like just this WorldCoin shit, a lot of weird things going on, even recognized by governments to be so weird that they're like banning the operation of this company from happening in their country. And then Adam Ruins Everything decides, yeah, I'll take money from them to talk about one of their products. Like, why would you even go? Why would you, like, to be fair, why would you even go unless you're going to do like some of the hardest hitting journalism ever?
Later,
like, why would you take money from them to go? Why would you? That's so bad, regardless of whether they disclose it or not. In my personal opinion, it is so bad when a journalist, quote unquote, takes money from someone or something they're supposed to be like looking into, discussing, because whether or not you disclose it or not, it presents the clear opportunity for bias.
WorldCoin is now simply World, and they've convinced professional skeptic you can trust Adam Conover to tell his legion of fans that they should get orbed, you know, if they want to, because there's a lot of cool stuff on the app if you're into crypto, which Adam isn't. Also, the video he posted cuts away right before he actually puts his eyeball up to the orb, causing one to wonder if he's just not.
Wait, there were more videos. Did she cut the videos? If anybody, I don't know. She controls the narrative because Adam Conover deleted all his TikToks. So he might have given the most wonderful, fucking hard-hitting journalism ever and got a lot of good answers and covered it really, really well. And I don't know. You deleted all your shit because you're a bitch, Adam. She controls the narrative now. Eat shit. But even if that's the case, there was a lot of promotional language used. It was very weird. It did not appear like it was very critical.
Really into giving his biometric data to a deeply unethical corporation as well. Maybe he's just really into money. And I don't mean $41 of WorldCoin.
Is this the end? It is the end. All right, so that was that. Good for what it was. The only problem I have is that I'm not able to find the original videos by Adam, and I looked for them for like a half hour, which isn't an incredibly long time, but I looked on his TikTok. I couldn't find them there. I couldn't find the original videos because if you're just tuning in now, there's a couple people that keep coming in and out, I see, because I'm watching you. This is the video that she presented to us, and I cannot tell whether this is the original way that this video was edited or if she intentionally edited out the part where this gentleman gives answers to Adam in order to make this appear much more malicious than it was.
The cryptographic hash of my eye, it's just on my phone. I noticed that when I opened the app, there's a lot of crypto elements. And it said that once I verify myself on the orb, it would give me like $41 in a crypto token. What is the intent of that? But aren't you worried that when people open the app...
See how it's cut? I don't need to watch any further into it. I think he's asking decent questions. I think he is asking decent questions. I think he does use a lot of promotional language. I think taking money to cover this was bad from the company. He should have won for free if he was invited, in my opinion. If you wanted to be truly journalistically integral, if that's a word, if that's how you word it. But like, you know, I think he is asking good questions, but why is this edited where this guy is not, who edited? Did Adam post the videos where this guy doesn't answer his questions? Or did Rebecca Watson intentionally leave that part out to make Adam look worse than he really was? I don't know. Adam deleted all the original videos. So Rebecca Watson, congratulations. You were in control of the Adam crypto controversy narrative. You're winning. You're winning. If you fooled me, congratulations. You are in control of the narrative. Adam has left me with nothing else to go over except for this. Adam has an apology video that I haven't watched yet. It's called Why I Became a Crypto Shill. I'd really like it if at some point here he deleted all of the original content, which is dumb, is very stupid. Now people can make what they want out of whatever you said because the original shit is gone, bro. Dumbass. But maybe we will get some more information here. It is a little bit of a lengthy video. But we're still going to check it out. I do want to hear what Adam said about this. But yeah, regardless of whether the thing, there was a lot of weird stuff going on here. I think it's very problematic that Adam would have won in the first place, to be fair. And the way he ends the video, very promotional language being used. It does feel, and we may not have all the information, but it does feel like this was just promotional. It wasn't very critical. But let's hear what Adam has to say.
Okay, so let's talk about one of the dumbest things I have ever done. Last week, I posted a sponsored video on Instagram and TikTok for a tech company called World and its product, the Orb. Now, if you're not familiar, this is just a comically creepy product. The company was co-founded by OpenAI's Sam Altman, and its product, the Orb, purports to scan your iris to prove that you're a human. And in return for giving up that precious biometric data, it gives you about $40 in crypto. This thing has already been banned in several countries, and even the rest of the crypto industry has called it out for being predatory. And you know, I've devoted my entire career as a comedian to debunking scams, and I am on record as being extremely skeptical, even negative, about AI and crypto. So you might be wondering, why the fuck would Adam Conover make a sponsored video for this company? And yeah, I have exactly the same question for myself.
Well, they paid you. They paid you. They paid you. They offered to pay you. That's why you did it. What do you mean? Like, bro, like, duh. What do you say? Okay. Like, the fuck.
Looking at this decision with hindsight, I am fucking embarrassed. I'm humiliated, to be quite honest. It feels like
Well, you could have just done a good job at least. If you were going to take their money to go over review this product, you could have at least been more critical. Like,
was asleep.
I'll leave it up to you.
At the wheel of my own life in some way. I mean, I've been making comedy online in the public eye for a few decades at this point, and I thought I knew what I was doing, but it turns out I'm just capable of fucking up in the most fundamental.
No. You wanted that paycheck. You wanted that promo money. You wanted the money that they were going to pay you to go out, clearly, because even now you're like, you knew enough. You knew enough. You're even now saying to yourself, to me right now, that you've covered this type of thing before. You've been very critical over this stuff. But then all of a sudden, suddenly when this company, these guys offer you money to go out and look at it, now all of a sudden you're down to go out and have a conversation about it and release like the no. I'm not buying it. You wanted money. You wanted the money, baby. Who cares? I do. Thank you for coming by the stream.
Away. And that makes you feel differently about yourself. Like, if I could do this, what else am I capable of? Driving directly into oncoming.
Here, hold on. Skoidot. I got you, dude. We'll do a, we're gonna, for Skoidot. Very cool name. We're gonna do a cute, we're gonna start a poll. Who cares? Question mark. And then we're going to do I care. And then we're going to do I am Skoy dot. It's fair. A punk band? Fair enough. All right, I'll be less mean. I don't care. We'll do I don't care. I'll do I don't care, to be fair. I'll be fair to you. All right, we're starting the poll now, ladies and gentlemen. For all several people watching. Yeah, it's fuck it. Or 100%. I don't care. Shit, dude. We're losing.
Traffic, drinking cyanide.
I can't contribute.
It is an oopsie. It's fucking insane. So the internet spent an entire week dunking on me, and I deserve.
There's Rebecca Watson. See, she is in control of the narrative. Like, what a bitch. Like, maybe I would love if he wasn't such a pushover, if he would stand on business, but clearly I think the way that he reviewed it was not great from what I was able to see. He's deleted everything, so I'm limited to what Rebecca Watson shows me. But if he really had like a decent reason other than getting paid to go review this product, then he should have said that. Like, you can explain why, you can explain your rationale for doing something without just being a total pushover bitch, which is what he's doing. Like, Adam Conover got famous for promoting critical thinking in his show Adam Ruins Everything. Now he's getting paid to promote an orb that scans your eyeballs. See, I don't trust her. I don't trust Rebecca Watson completely, but unfortunately she's able to provide me with the most information. Adam Conover shilling crypto is incredibly funny to me because I'm picturing his skeptical alter ego popping up from behind a couch and lecturing him. That would have been awesome if he would have done this promotion and sucked them off, and then afterwards would have made like a classically edited Adam Ruins Everything video where he's like popping up. That would have been great. He would have gotten it all done. I want one of those Adam Conover crypto orbs mainly because I want to crack it open like an eggshell. Okay, let's listen to him further.
Every single piece of it. Because even though I never endorsed the product, I never said I love it and you should use it, the simple act of making a video for this company directly violated not only my public brand and credibility, but also my actual personal values.
No, it didn't have to. You could have just done a good job. You literally could have just done a good job and it wouldn't have done any of that.
Or honestly, not that much money. And so
the problem,
I've genuinely been trying to figure out why I did it. You know, sometimes even our own actions can be a mystery to ourselves.
No, you did it for the money, bro. What are you talking? I don't know why I did it. I don't know what I was thinking. You did it for the money, dude. You're a bitch. This guy's a pussy, dude.
Literally been talking with my therapist about it. Why did I do?
He's talking to his therapist about it. It had nothing to do with the money they paid you. I don't know why. I don't know why I did it. It couldn't. They paid me money, but that could
this thing that was so out of character for me. So look, the most obvious explanation would be the money, right? And sure.
Yeah, no, that is the answer. That is the answer.
Easy money is nice to get, especially in an industry where you don't know where your next paycheck is coming from. But
oh my God, now he's poor.
I've turned down more money than this before.
Dude, when he's poor, he's turning down money.
For products that I have less.
Dude, he's playing both sides of it. He started by saying, taking money, obviously, in a field like mine where you don't know where you're going to get your next paycheck from. And then right after that, he's like, listen, I've turned down deals for more money than this before. Like, dude, you don't get your cake and eat it too, bro. You did it for the money. Dude, this guy sucks. This guy doesn't have a spine. I don't like this gentleman.
Of a problem with. And
I saw her video, but I couldn't bring myself to care enough to finish it. I guess I'm happy that crypto influencers are getting backlash, but there are more influential people who got people scammed. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if that's like you trying to explain why you don't care about this, but you're entitled to not care about this. I simply just think this is interesting. And I'm getting a kick out of watching Adam Conover squirm, piss, and cry right now. That's entertaining to me. I'm enjoying it. So that's why I care.
When I got the offer for this thing, I knew deep down that I should reject it. So why didn't I? I think
had nothing to do with the money, guys.
Ultimately, I did it because I thought I was better than them. I felt contempt for what World was asking me to do. I was like, hold on, this company wants to pay me, a guy who's on record as a crypto and AI hater and clearly thinks the product is garbage, to make a video about it, and they don't even want me to endorse it? My audience is gonna see.
But you literally endorsed it. Like, you did endorse it. I don't know what the actual material deal was, but at the end you were like, if you're into crypto, guys, you should check it out. And also, none of that is an issue if you just did a good job looking into the product. If you just did a good job looking into it, even if you got paid, which I think would still be problematic, if you did a good job going over this product, there'd be nothing really to criticize you on other than maybe endorse, like, taking the money. The issue I'm able to see, because you deleted everything, Adam, is that you did a really bad job looking into the product. That's the issue. It's not that you did it. It's that you did a really bad job of it. And it came off very promotional and uncritical.
Through that, I thought it was a dumb money gig and that I could outsmart them. If they want to let me make a BS video that everyone knows isn't genuine, grab the bag and get out clean, well, that's their funeral. My funeral. It turned out to be my funeral. You know, here's a tip. When you think something's a dumb money gig, you should double check who the dumb one is in the transaction. I ignored my heart, I listened to my stupid brain, and the only person I outsmarted was myself. Because First of all, yeah, you guys are smart and you did hate the product. But I guess I forgot that you were also going to hate the dude talking about the product, me. Crypto bullshit is a
No, that's not true. Okay, let's let him finish.
transitive
I have a,
property. By playing along with it, I got it on me and I started to stink like it. But more importantly,
who cares? Who cares if you genuinely feel that you reviewed the product and you did review the product properly? If people and if you genuinely were very critical and came out of it that conversation thinking that it was a good product, which I'm not saying you did or didn't, you were very vague about your opinion of it, which is why it felt very weak and that's why people have a problem with you. But if you were very genuinely critical over this product and you asked the right questions and your opinion of it was genuinely that you don't see the issue with the product and people had an issue with that, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Who cares? People just hate crypto and act like just by talking about crypto, which is what I felt like he said. Like I even got to find it. CoffeeZilla talks about crypto all the time. Okay, and he's very negative towards it, to be fair. But you could have been negative towards it if you went there, reviewed the product, and no. Just by talking about crypto, you're going to get some stink on you. I understand what you're saying, because people just hate crypto and they want to hate it, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. But you could have just done a good job. And if you did a good job, and your opinion was that you liked it, who fucking cares? If you feel that you did a good job covering it and people are like mad at you because you had a positive opinion of it, who gives a shit what those morons think, idiots? Or B, you do a good job going over it and you genuinely think it's bad, there wouldn't even be any drama because if you just didn't do a good job is the issue. And one would speculate that it's because you were paid off to review this.
importantly, no matter how clever I thought I was being about it, I was still letting a company I don't believe in buy my credibility. And look, sponsorships are how we can afford to make these videos and pay the wonderful team I work with. And every time I read an ad, that's me selling my credibility a little bit. That's the online content business. And both you and I are smart enough to separate a sponsorship from the rest of my work. But there's a difference between doing a podcast ad for a product you like or even feel neutrally about and making a custom video for a company whose products you actively think are at best valueless and at worst.
But then you should have just said that. You didn't say that. That's the whole problem, Adam. Again, you did a bad job covering it and you're not saying that. You're like, you're kind of pussyfooting away from the conversation. Like the drama, you're acting like the drama is like, I shouldn't have even talked about this. No, the problem is you did a really bad job talking about it.
Worst, harmful. And at the end of the day,
I think you did win.
This is just not how I want to make my money or spend my limited time on this planet.
Actually, we're still talking.
You know, when I decided to
I'll leave it up.
become a comedian, it was because I wanted to make a living by saying the shit I actually believe, not shit I'm paid to say. And so I'm genuinely grateful for this incident because as embarrassing as it was, it reminded me of what my values actually are. You reminded me of my values in the most public,
oh my God, this guy is such a pussy,
and embarrassing way possible, which means I'm going to remember it for a long ass time. So first of all, thank you, genuinely. And secondly,
why would anybody ever take anything this guy says ever again seriously? He just completely like he made all these videos with this company going over this product and then got a little bit of heat from it and then like cried. It's like, well, then why'd you do it in the first place? I don't know. I'm talking to my therapist about it. You did it for the money, bro. You did it for the money, bro. Stop. Are you serious right now? Stop.
I'm not taking the money. I turned it down. I was not paid by World for the video I made, nor will I ever be. And the reason that's important to me is because it means I'm not under contract with them, so I can do what I should have done in the first place and tell you exactly what I honestly think about the company and its product in my capacity as a tech critic and a comedian. See, if there's one small silver lining about this whole debacle, it's that I actually got a closer view of this company than almost anyone has. I went to their keynote presentation in San Francisco. I used the thing. I've played with their app. I'm one of the few people to have been verified by the Orb. And I came away from that experience really wanting to make a video about it, an honest one. Because the truth is, in my opinion, the World Orb is not only the creepiest tech product Silicon Valley has ever produced, it is also one of the most flaming dumpster fires of a product launch I have ever seen in a way that I am fascinated by.
Okay, so now you're backtracking because that's not what you said after you got done reviewing it. What did you say? I can literally find it. Rebecca had it here. Hold on. Rebecca Queen. So that's what he's saying now that everyone hates him. This is what he was saying after he actually reviewed the product. Regardless of how this might have been edited to make him look bad.
Thank you so much for
This is
explaining
what
to
he
me. I
said.
really appreciate it, man. Of course.
Okay, I'm back in LA. My orb venture is over. Final thoughts. I've been playing around with the World app. There is so much you can do with this app if you are into crypto. I am not into crypto. If you are, you might want to check it out. They also say that in the future, you will be able to log into Tinder and other services like that using World. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to get yourself orbed or not? It's entirely up to you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a far cry from his most recent analysis.
The creepiest tech product Silicon Valley has ever produced. It is also one of the most flaming dumpster fires of a product launch I have ever seen in a way that I am fascinated by. Because
So yeah, obviously, this guy has no integrity. This guy should not be listened to about anything ever. He either A, genuinely felt the way he felt originally, then got heat and backtracked it, or he straight up lied to you. He lied to his audience in a promotional manner, I would describe it, for a product that in his heart he genuinely thought was terrible and predatory. So yeah, this guy sucks. I don't know what else to say. This is such a dumpster. This is a dumpster fire of a video. This is awful. It's like you're just like, no matter what way you slice it, you're a fucking bitch. You can't stand on business. Your opinion on anything from here on out should mean nothing to anybody. Like dude, this is awful. There's no redeeming way to slice this at this point. Incompetence or malevolence, always the same. It doesn't matter, because what's like a really popular saying is like, don't attribute to malice what could easily be described wrote off as ignorance. Okay, that's not even the case here, because no matter what you attribute what happened here to, it looks bad on him either way. There's no way he looks good here. Like, is that really what people are upset about? That was the weakest endorsement of a product, if it even was one. Yeah, but now he's telling you, I mean, if you feel that way, squat, that's fair enough. But now he's telling you that he actually felt that it was the most evil dumpster fire of a product ever. But at the time, he's like, I played around with it and it was kind of cool. If you want to check it out, if you're into crypto, feel free to check it out. When he's telling you right now in the back of his head, he was like, this product is horrible. Well, then you should have just said that originally. Again, no matter how you slice it, he looks bad. No matter how you slice it, he's in the wrong here. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if Rebecca edited the interview to make him look worse. Because like, he's like right now telling you, based on what Adam is saying, he either lied to you originally, he either lied to his fans originally in a promotional manner, or he's so much of a bitch that when he got heat on his opinion, he backtracked everything and he's lying to you now. There's no good way to slice this in his favor.
I think it demonstrates not just that these guys don't understand humanity at all, but that humanity, all of us, are a lot more powerful than they are. So let's get into it. World was founded by Sam Altman and Alex Blania, and it has attracted hundreds of millions of dollars in funding from venture capitalists like Mark Andreessen, who, as we mentioned in the previous...
What the fuck? What? All right, listen. What's this guy's name? Mark Andreessen? Hold on. There's no way his head actually fucking looks like that. Mark Andreessen? Oh my fucking god. What? Bruh. No way, dude. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying a goddamn thing, bro. I'm not saying a fucking thing. I'm not saying a damn, hold on. I'm not saying a goddamn thing, brother. I'm not saying anything, but I'm gonna throw an image up quick for you to look at. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying a damn thing, brother. Dude, all right. Moving on.
This video looks like an egg with an evil plan. I did not Photoshop that picture. That is straight from the carton. Now, the way World usually pitches their service is to say that in the future, the internet will be so flooded by AIs that are indistinguishable from humans.
Lucky, I will promo your Lucky coin, but I need to be able to say whatever I say about it. That way, when I tell everybody that if they buy Lucky coin, they're stupid and they're going to lose all their money, when they come back to me and cry that they lost all their money, I don't have to care.
That we will need a way to tell who's a human being and who is not. So they've created a product called the Orb, which offers what they call an anonymous proof of human in the age of AI. Never mind the strange wording and the fact that this problem doesn't actually exist yet.
Exactly. That is a good... Well, now he'll say that. If he would have came out... If he would have made... If the really, really horrible intro of this video where he's like apologizing and making up excuses for himself... If this would have just been the criticisms he originally gave to the product, there would be no drama, okay? Like no matter how you slice it, the problem is you did a really bad job of covering this product originally. But now I'm going to agree with you. But like, that's not the issue. The issue is you did a bad job originally. This is how you felt the whole time. All of the criticism you're giving right now is how you felt the whole time. And you still chose to originally cover it in a promotional manner. That is the issue. That is the drama. You covering it well now does not fix that.
Here's how they want to solve it. You don't buy the orb. Instead, you visit the orb at its orb house and you gaze lovingly into it. And as you ponder eternity and the inevitability of death, the orb takes a high-resolution photo of your iris. It then uses AI to turn that scan into a cryptographic signature, which is stored on your phone. And since everyone's iris is different...
All right, I'm going to put him on fast forward because this seems like relieving the controversy, and now he just... Relieving the controversial element of this, and now he's just reviewing the product the way he should have reviewed it originally. And if he would have done this originally, there'd be no drama.
According to World, this signature proves that you're a unique human, so you could theoretically prove that you're a human anywhere on the internet. Now, this doesn't make any sense as a product to me. First of all,
it does not make any sense, but that's not the drama. Like this is actually just making him look worse because this is how he thought about the product the whole time, and it's very contradictory to how he originally covered it. That is the issue. That is the problem.
My phone.
This is not redemption. You don't get to make a video now and you're redeemed. That's not how this works.
Currently scans my face every time I use it, like my literal human face. AI doesn't have a face, so boom, humanity verified. I genuinely don't get what is better about the orb than what my iPhone currently does. And if people really needed a piece of hardware to give a website proof that you're human, which again, they don't yet, Apple...
Okay, then you should have said that originally. Like, no. This is all just adding to you did your shit. You are shit. Your opinion means
Samsung
nothing.
could develop that feature in a month and it would...
You're a fucking shill.
...instantly be on the solution. Is it just
I'm skipping through this.
Or Sam Altman like an old-timey snake oil salesman? The poison is free.
Oh, now the guy that was paying you is awful. Cool, great.
Looked like a cell phone with a camera attached, or they could have made it a cute little robot like those delivery guys I have to restrain myself from shoving into oncoming traffic. But an orb is specifically the creepiest choice. Like, if you see a man gesturing...
Dude, now he wants to be a comedian and roast this product. He thinks, dude, fuck you.
Developing countries like Indonesia, Brazil, and Sudan, and getting poor people to...
Now she's literally just stealing Rebecca's video. That's what this is. We already went over all this. She's literally just stealing Rebecca's fucking video. She like this is awful. He's literally just like apologizing, making excuses, diarrhea of the mouth, and then he's reiterating all of the issues. He's reiterating Rebecca Watson's video on the topic, and like that's supposed to like be this is like the redemption.
Who scan their eyes in exchange for crypto, cash, and free AirPods. And I don't think these folks were benefiting from World's revolutionary new proof of human for the internet because many of them had never even used the internet before. World literally...
Yeah, I learned that
they had
from
received
Rebecca's
nothing
video.
but bad press about how creepy, invasive, and unethical this project is.
Yeah.
In a world where the internet was going to have lots of AI-driven content. We also talked a lot about the need to include a financial network of some sort. One of the reasons you needed this was for people...
All right, we already went over all this. We already went over
financial
like the gist of it. Like you got it.
Too far from the orb.
We're skipping way ahead.
Starting next month, we will have orbs in all razor stores, and gamers can...
A glass of Chardonnay while you listen to your date explain the Criterion collection. Bots are just not the biggest safety issue with dating. You know what is? Fucking humans. Women aren't afraid a man isn't real. They're afraid he is real and he has a real knife. But if that doesn't convince you, don't worry.
Men bad. Cool.
Orb, but it's still called an orb, except now this not orb also has a face. Somehow they managed to make this thing even fucking creepier. And secondly, just who would ever do this? Is the pitch that I need an orb to verify that the person I'm sitting across from is a human?
This guy's a pandering little fucking shill. Do I even need to finish this?
World is flopping incredibly hard. Humanity is...
Great.
Reminded me of what I never should have forgotten, that I have the power to say no. We all have the power.
No, that's not even the problem. The problem isn't that you reviewed again, the problem is not that you agreed to review the product. The problem is you did a horrible job going over the product.
To say.
That is the issue. It has nothing to do whether or not you agreed to talk about it or not. That has nothing to do with this.
No, what these people are selling us is not inevitable. You know, Sam Altman's whole grift is to go on a podcast in front of investors, in front of Congress.
The guy that paid you were okay taking
And
his
say
money.
that AI is coming and it's so massive and transformative that we're all going to have to adjust and do what he says. We'll have to get new jobs writing AI.
Now this guy that he willingly took money from to go fucking review this product, he's like Satan. He's like Satan. Fuck
is
you,
the power
Adam.
that we alone as humans have. That is what we were put on.
This guy sucks. I don't know what more I'm supposed to get out of this. Yeah. Closing statements on the Adam controversy here. Adam sucks. I mean, what did we find? He reviewed this fucking crypto product. He did a very uncritical. Did it very uncritically from what we're able to find because he deleted all the original videos. So I'm only able to get this information through Rebecca Watson here. Okay. So Rebecca Watson kicks up a whole storm over this. And to be fair, from what we were presented, like the ending statement here in Rebecca's video, you know, he's very like, look how positive
Back in
this
LA,
is.
my orb venture is over. Final thoughts. I've been playing around with the World app. There is so much you can do with this app if you are
Like very promotional, very uncritical, very positive. Okay. And then in this one, and in this video, which is too long to just try to find the spliced part, he's like, this app is evil. This app is bad. This app, which he doesn't say it specifically, but that's the gist, right? He's like, this app is a dumpster fire. It's the worst app in the world. Okay, well, Adam, that part of the video, this criticism you're giving in this video, if you would have said that here, there'd be no drama. That's the issue. And now he's trying to repaint the situation that like, well, the issue is I took the money. No, the issue isn't that you took the money to review the product, although that would be a problem. To me personally, the issue is he did an awful job reviewing the product. You very uncritically went and reviewed a product from a company that has a history of being extremely unethical. And that makes you a shill. That makes your opinion not matter, which is what a lot of your IP is based off of, is your opinion carrying weight. It doesn't, and people should not listen to Adam ever in the future because he's a fucking spine. No matter how you slice it, he is proven in this instance to be a spineless worm. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I don't think he was genuine. He's not a bag holder. What do we got going on in chat? Also, Adam C is actually a comedian. That's his occupation. What is the question? Let me go over this. Okay. Well, congratulations. Here, we're going to end the poll. I don't care wins. Competence or malevolence, like I said, it doesn't matter. No matter how you slice it, Adam is left looking like a piece of shit. Is that really what people are upset about? That was the weakest endorsement of a product, if it even was one. Well, Adam deleted all of the shit, and he himself said, like, he shouldn't have endorsed it, right? So, I mean, whether it was a weak endorsement or not, the problem is he went and reviewed this product and did it very uncritically, and then afterwards expressed a vastly different opinion of the product than he presented in the video that I would describe as promotional. So like that's the problem. What do we got here? Who's endorsement? Who's that? If you're into crypto, you're already getting scammed, so it's kind of inconsequential. Yeah, I mean, I don't think crypto is inherently evil. I don't think it's bad just to talk about crypto in a positive way. I think there has to be positive aspects to crypto. One of them would be my friends who invested 5 years ago have made lots of money. That's a very positive aspect of crypto. But obviously there's like bad crypto. There are crypto scams. That is a thing. But if you're into crypto, you're already getting scammed, so it's kind of inconsequential. That's irrelevant. The point is that Adam went and did a really bad job reviewing the product. Again, what does it mean? If you're into crypto, yeah, it's one of the things that he said. It's not all he said. Hold on.
LA, my orb venture is over. Final thoughts. I've been playing around with the World app. There is so much you can do with this app if you are into crypto. I am not into crypto. If you are, you might want to check it out. They also say that in the future, you will be able to log into Tinder and...
This is all positive. There's nothing negative being said. He went and reviewed this product. There's nothing negative he has to say about it at the time.
Other services like that using World. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to get yourself orbed or not? It's entirely up to you.
Wow.
And then if we fast forward to the new video, what is
In
this?
the future, the internet will be so flooded by AIs that are indistinguishable.
All right, shut up,
That's me
Adam.
selling my credibility a little bit. That's the online content business, and both you and I are smart enough to separate a sponsorship from not shit I'm paid to say. And so I'm genuinely grateful for this incident because as embarrassing as it was, it reminded me for a long ass time. So first of all, thank you, genuinely. And secondly, you exactly what I honestly think about the company and its product in my capacity as a tech critic and a comedian. See, if there's one small silver lining about this whole debacle, it's that I actually got a closer view of this company really wanting to make a video about it, an honest one, at all.
Oh my God,
but that humanity, all of us, are a lot more powerful.
Oh my God,
I did not Photoshop that picture. That is straight from the carton.
Oh my God,
Human in the age of AI. Never mind the strange wording and the fact that this problem doesn't actually exist yet. Uses AI to turn that scan into a cryptographic signature, which is stored on your phone. And since everyone's iris is, and they haven't done this yet, is that security experts generally Sam Altman like an old-timey snake oil salesman with a camera attached, or they could have, because I thought I was better than them.
Hold on. We all watched it before, but now I feel the need to play it again because the contrast is so insane. Because everything he had to say about it was positive. Positively vague, but positive. Nothing negative. What was it? What did he say? Dumpster fire? Here it is. Here is what, like, literally, this is good. This is the contrast. Okay. So again, one more time for those in the back row. This is his summary of his feelings on the product originally.
I really appreciate it, man. Of course.
Okay, I'm back in LA. My orb venture is over. Final thoughts. I've been playing around with the World app. There is so much you can do with this app if you are into crypto. I am not into crypto. If you are, you might want to check it out. They also say that in the future, you will be able to log into Tinder and other services like that.
Everything here is positive. In the future, you'll be able to log into Tinder.
World, let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to get yourself orbed or not? It's entirely up to you.
Wow.
That was him at the time. Then he got a bunch of feedback hate on this, and then he said this.
In my opinion, the World Orb is not only the creepiest tech product Silicon Valley has ever produced, it is also one of the most flaming dumpster fires of a product launch I have ever seen in a way that I am fascinated by. Because I think it demonstrates not just that these guys don't understand humanity at all, but that humanity, all of us, are a lot more powerful than they are.
Yeah,
so let's get
anyway,
into it. World was found.
Now it's a flaming dumpster fire. Everything was inherently negative. So if he would have said this originally, there'd be no problem, but he didn't. So again, no matter, he either lied then or he's lying now. I mean, there's no way you slice this where he looks good. Definitely a shill. Definitely shill behavior. Let me look at what else we have going on in chat. What is it? Congratulations. What is this? If you're into crypto, you're already getting scammed, so it's kind of inconsequential. Okay, we already said that. Also, Adam C is actually a comedian. I don't know. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am missing anything. Sorry, your last chat was hidden in top chat. I'm just a comedian is a convenient excuse. I mean, he never said that. Skodat said that. But he's not just a comedian either. Like his whole like, look, let's go on his channel. Like that's like not even true, like to say that for anyone's perspective. He even describes himself as like a tech critic in that video. So no, he's not just a comedian. Self-described, not just a comedian. Like he has a podcast where he talks about Trump's new Red Scare. Like, not just a comedian. Even self-described, not just a comedian. He did a bad job, man. He did a really bad job reviewing an obviously bad product. Like self-described, obviously bad product. That's the drama. That's the whole issue, man. That's the whole problem with this.